Hey, a collaboration is taking place that takes the wonderful world of Kevin Kammeraad's puppets and a meaningful movement to encourage more men of color to read and to teach. And joining us this morning are two of the main forces behind that collaboration. I do believe we have John and Wimmy. What? Wimmy's first. There's Wimmy. Hi, Wimmy.
Hi, friends.
All right, Wimmy, talk a little. I'm sorry, this is my first time interviewing a puppet on live television, so I'm a little nervous. Thank you for joining us.
Oh,
Wimmy.
don't worry.
So, Wimmy, tell us about Wimmy's Words. All right, what is that?
Well, thanks. We go live weekdays at 1 o'clock, and it's a group, a team, an effort of all about playing with words, language, excitement, diversity, inclusion, having fun, getting kids excited about their ideas.
Kevin, absolutely love the work you do. You know I love you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, Wimmy. I wasn't talking to Kevin. Wimmy, only Wimmy is on.
Yeah, we're a team.
Oh, that's good. I can talk to you too, Kevin. Thank you. Thanks for joining us this morning. And let's bring John in here too, because obviously this is a collaboration about men of color read. So, John, we know a little bit about Wimmy's Words, which is 1 o'clock on Wednesdays. Tell us a little bit about Men of Color Read.
Well, Men of Color Read, thank you for having us. Men of Color Read is a group that I put together over a decade ago, initially in Los Angeles, that now exists in Muskegon County and Kent County as well, where men of color come together. Actually, all men come together, but I specifically targeted men of color because there is a literacy problem. There's a huge problem with functional illiteracy in schools around the country in the urban core. And I thought, what better way to make reading cool is to bring men who look like many of the students, bring men together. And that's what we've done. And we're at MLK Academy, Leadership Academy in Kent County, and at Edgewood Academy in Muskegon County. And men come together every single month, have done so in Muskegon County for the last 5 or 6 years, actually. This would have been our sixth year had it not been for COVID. But now we've joined forces with Wimmy, and we're going to be doing something online initially every single Monday where we bring men of color read, and all the men, we call them the brethren, all the brethren come together on a weekly basis and hang out with Wimmy for a half an hour each Monday. But it's basically something that I created to help eradicate functional illiteracy in our communities.
Love that cause, John. Thank you so much for what you are doing. And of course, that kind of lines up with reading to your kids too, right? I mean, reading is important, literacy important, and passing that on to the next generation just as important. Wimmy, so Wimmy and you are joining up. So again, let's talk to Wimmy about this. I like this idea. Wimmy, it's Mondays, right? Is this going to be in addition to your normal show on Wednesdays?
Well, it's actually, our show is weekdays, off 5 days.
Oh, I'm
Monday,
so
Tuesday,
sorry.
Wednesday, Friday. Well, that's okay. No worries. But yeah, starting in the new year, we're teaming up with John and Men of Color Read. And John, by the way, he's like the coolest guy ever. He's so fun. He's like, John, what's up? And the synergy, the excitement, the partnership, and all the guys that will be on the show, yes, to just honor and celebrate their memories, their legacy, their history, their current talents, their skills. Like you said, focus on literacy and get kids excited about the value of books.
Wimmy, I think we cut away when you were showing us how excited you are when John enters the room. Could I see that again?
Yeah, John is so awesome. John is in the house working together.
Yeah, Kevin, you're a talented man. You bring them right to life. So, John, you said guys are going to be featured on this program. So how can someone who's watching this or knows someone, can people just ask to be with you? How do we get involved?
Absolutely. We want as many people from the community to be involved as possible. We've got a Facebook page, Men of Color Read. There's also KDL.org, and there's Wimmy TV. And they can contact either one of us at either of those sources. I think we have an email, which Kevin, I forgot what the email was we set up yesterday with Sarah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Wimmy at KDL.org. My name is WIMEE at kdl.org to reach out and be with us and partner with us for this adventure.
And one thing I'd like to say is it says men of color read because obviously we're encouraging men of color to come into the schools and come online and hang out with us so kids can see men who look like them. But it's for all men. Anybody who's watching this who would like to be a part of it, we have people come in from all various areas, walks of life, to come in and hang out with us. And I just wanted to make that clear that it's not just for men of color. However, that's been our focal point for the reasons that I stated earlier.
John, point taken. Appreciate it. It's open to all, but obviously it's a valid point to be able to model that behavior that you want to see passed on to the next generation. When they come together, what will they be doing in that room?
Well, think of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood meets Sesame Street meets the coolest puppet robot that you've ever met in your life, and combine all those things together, and we'll be doing creative things, men who have various talents. We'll also bring on kids on the show who are just really cool kids. They'll take part in the show. So it's all those shows combined, if you will, in 1.5 hour show. So it could differ from week to week. One week, this might be the theme of the show. Next week might be another theme of the show. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. And if you just imagine all those shows that I mentioned and put them together, that's what you've got with Uncle John, Wimmy, and the Brethren.
Can't wait to see it.
It's going to be awesome when it comes down to it. It's awesome.
Sounds so good. Thank you, Wimmy. Appreciate it. Kevin, always wonderful to see you. And John, continue doing what you're doing. If you want to learn more about Men of Color Read or what's going on at the Kent District Library, it's pretty simple. KDL.org. Or if you got kids, check out Wimmy.tv. We'll be right back.